Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and discoveringbands.com. And for everyone watching, if you could share this video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with Llynks. How you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
Good, good. It's great to have you back, and it's been very inspiring to see all you've been working on since the last time we talked. So want to tell us what you've been up to for the past 6 months?
Yes, for sure. Just working on a ton of music. I'm trying to release monthly. So after the album was released, I've released a few more songs. Say What You Want was one of them. Get Ahead, I think. And then also There You Go and Alive. Yeah, so 5 songs since then. So rolling out singles monthly and just working on having more and just, releasing them. I'm working on a sci-fi EP too. Just doing a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. And your new song that's just coming out, Be There, you want to tell us a little about that?
Yes, Be There was one of my first ever experiments with production. Besides Alive and There You Go and Say What You Want that are out. But Be There's fun because I really wanted to try and write something that was at like a super high BPM. So Be There is like at 177 BPM, and it kind of has like this drum and bass feel to it. And I mostly was just excited about making drops. I don't know. I was like super into like, the voice is like there, but I focused mostly on the instrumental for this one and just the energy. I wanted to get like some really high energy stuff out there because a lot of my music is slow and dark and depressing. So I really wanted to start like contrasting my earlier work with like really fast, high energy music. Yeah.
And then I also see you do the whole YouTube thing. You make YouTube videos on what it's like to be, a musician and artist. So you want to tell us a little about that?
Yes, the YouTube channel is something that I'm so happy I started doing because I'm very introverted, and it was always hard for me to feel like to build a community or like around musicians and things. Honestly, it was never part of any sort of scene or whatever, or group, or even performing. I didn't perform much, so I didn't ever really build a lot of musician contacts ever. So I guess this is an introvert's way to do something like that, and I've learned so much from it, learning, like seeing yourself talk on camera and stuff and learning how to express yourself better and, in a way where more people will understand you, and learning about everyone else's experiences has been awesome and super helpful. It just feels like such a cool community where like musicians can lift each other up. And making it a point to build some good like friendships and relationships with other musicians and other people that are, a lot of the things that I think that I talk about, I think can be related to other forms of like other professions. So sometimes, not all the time, but I don't know. I love doing the YouTube thing. It also is a nice contrast to making music because like I'm releasing a lot of music, so I feel burnt out if I just am focusing on music all day, day after day. So this gives me a nice other project to work on while I'm releasing music, I guess,
What do you try and do a video a week about?
Yeah, a video a week, yeah. I started off doing 2 videos a week, but it was way too much I was like not working on music at all, But yeah, I had to learn a balance. I was doing, like a talking video on Tuesdays and then a music one on Fridays, but it definitely got to be too much. So just 1 video a week.
And how do you balance your time? Do you have a set schedule of when you're going to make music, when you're going to make videos, or just see how it comes, how it feels, or how do you do that?
Yeah, well, I'm in this kind of process right now. I'm reading this book called Deep Work, and it's about setting your day off, like doing the project you want to do for the whole day, which I thought was interesting because usually what I'll do is work on YouTube in the morning because it's easier. For me, it's just like doesn't require as much like emotional outpour and everything else that comes with making music. So like it's an easy task for me to just kind of like edit my YouTube video. And then I'll usually work on music later, like after I do that. But I have started doing this. I've started filming my videos and editing them on the same day. So I'll just have like a YouTube day. And then that frees up like a lot more time for me because you know how you'll just work for the amount of time you allot for it. Like, you know, I'll just do that on one day and then I'll just work on music for the rest of the week. So I'm finding myself working a little bit more on music lately since doing that, like changing up my schedule like that. Yeah.
And what do you have planned in the near future?
In the future, I'm releasing another one probably in March. And that's gonna like, so I've been releasing a bunch of singles, but after this last one in March, it's gonna be like part of an EP. So I think it's Be There, Alive, There You Go, and then this last one is gonna be a 4-song EP basically. But I'm releasing them months. I'm experimenting with releasing things singles instead of just one block EP. So yeah, it'll kind of finish this EP that I kind of am just seeing as it's like it encompasses my beginner production life. Like kind of like this is, I'm trying different things out, and that's kind of what this EP encompasses. And then I have a few more singles that are gonna just be singles because they don't really fit into the kind of music that I have been releasing. And then I'm gonna end up releasing this sci-fi EP. Because that stuff has been done for a while, and I'm just kind of making more songs for it right now. But yeah, just a lot of EPs, a lot of singles. Yeah.
Tell us a little more about the song Alive, because I know it came together pretty quickly from what I saw online.
I know. Alive is, I'm so torn of my feelings of this song. Like, but I'm glad I released it because I did it as an experiment, and I am never one to just make something in 2 days and release it, you know, like that's insane. It was an insane move on my end, but because I always wait so long before releasing music, I was like, I have to try this. I just have to like see what happens when I do something like this. It was a chaotic choice, but I just felt chaotic that day, I suppose. And it's different. Like it was just like a little bit more simple, you know, much more simple, obviously, than my other music. So a lot of people didn't like it. And a lot of people did, though. You know, it was definitely like torn. And people would tell me like, you know, this is like not as good as your other stuff. Like, what are you doing? But I don't know. I don't really care. Like, I'm really into this mindset that like not one release defines me, you know, because it doesn't, you know, I have so much other music out. If you want more complicated music or like more deep and emotional music, I have that for you. Like, check it out. But if you also just don't want to think and like want to just bop around to Alive, that's there for you too. Just into the idea of being a little bit more genre-less and more like less limited than how I felt before.
It's funny, yeah. Talk to some different artists, big singles happen pretty quickly sometimes like that within a couple days. They just come together.
Yeah, exactly. Not for me. That's the first time that's ever happened. But I was so stoked. I was so excited about it, like while I was making it. So I have to hold on to that feeling, you know, like regardless of how it does. Like it's definitely one of my worst performing songs, like by far. But that's okay. You know, I'm happy I did what I did.
Well, I think it's a good song, so.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks so much.
So tell us about your earrings you got on. Do you change those up, or?
Yeah, my little, I'll show you. Yeah, my little elf ears. These, my mom got these for me, which was really kind of her. I don't know, they're from this like random magazine called Victorian Trading Company, but I love this store. They like release or they sell a lot of like beautiful, unique pieces. I also have another one that's like a whispering fairy ear cuff. But I like the idea of characters. I've been really playing around with like, you know, since changing my name, especially, I changed my artist name to Llynks, and I'm thinking a lot about what I want Llynks to encompass and mean. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun like playing. Even in quarantine, I'm not like leaving my house. It's been fun to dress up, you know, and just like become this character sometimes, I guess. Yeah.
Kind of like the whole cosplay thing?
Yeah, I've never cosplayed or anything. And that's not really, I guess I'm not really thinking of it like that. I'm just thinking of it as like, I mean, I guess that sort of is what this is. But yeah, just becoming a character. But then, you know, it'll be like elf ears one day, and then like I'll just wear like this, like a huge sweatshirt the next day or whatever, and I feel that also feels very me, you know, like a very like, I don't know. Yeah.
Cool. Now, if people want to look you up online, find your music on social media, how do they do that?
Most of my handles are under @Llynks Music. So like my Twitter, Instagram, and my TikTok, all of the major ones are under Llynks Music. And then you can also find me on obviously all streaming platforms under just Llynks. And you can check out my YouTube under Llynks as well, just Llynks.
Awesome. And I want to ask, are there any artists you might want to collaborate with sometime in the future?
I'm really actually looking to collaborate a lot this year. But in terms of who, I need to do research on that. I have a few collaborations happening at the moment, but I'm not sure I should like talk about them yet. But I'm definitely actively looking for collaborators right now. I think that's a really smart thing to do right now. And
cool.
it's cool, like, you know, yeah.
Cool. So at least we know that's something coming up in the future.
Yeah, there's a few collaborations coming up, at least 3 so far.
Awesome. Well, it was good having you and talking with you again, and everyone look her up.
Yay. Yeah, this was fun. Thank you. Yeah.